पीताम्बरं करविराजितशङ्खचक्रे कौमोदकी सरसिजं करुणासमुद्रं राधासहायम् अधिसुन्दरमन्दहासं वातालये समनिशं हृदि भावयामि. Today we are going to do Narayaneeyam second Dasakam and the 10th slokam. So in the 10th slokam it says like this: त्वद्भक्तिस्तु कथारसामृतजरीर् निर्मज्जनेन स्वयं सिद्ध्यन्ति विमलप्रबोधपदवीम् अक्लेशतस्तन्वती सद्यः सिद्धिकरी जयत्यय विभो सैवास्तु मे त्वत्पदप्रेमप्रौढिरसार्द्रता धृतधरं वातालयाधीश्वरा. In this slokam also, Narayana Bhattatri addresses the God Vathalayadishwara, which is coming in the fourth padam. Vathalayadishwara means the Guruvayurappa, Lord of Guruvayurappa. Apart from that, he also addresses him in the third padam as I, Vibho, that is you, the Lord, the dearest Lord, who knows, who is all pervading, who knows everything. So after addressing, he is trying to say Tvad Bhaktistu. So out of the three, so actually in the previous two slokams also, he was telling about the, he is comparing the Bhakti Yogam with the other two Yogam, namely the Karma Yogam and the Jnana Yogam. The Karma Yogam and Jnana Yogam, Bhakti Yogam, all the three are capable of giving one to the moksha. That is, it can lead us to the moksha. We can join with God ultimately, but the difference is in Karma Yogam and Jnana Yogam, you have to toil a lot, you have to work a lot, and then ultimately, and after working, and also you have to take so many births and deaths, and ultimately, and after taking so many births and this thing, you will ultimately get the moksha. But in the Bhakti Yogam, one of the other yoga, in the Bhakti Yogam, you can get, or you can reach God, you can get your moksham immediately. That is, in the same birth itself you can get the God. That is what he is trying to say. And how to develop the bhakti in God, that is very important. He says in the 6th slokam how the Rupalavanyam inculcates in you the love for him, and the love for him ultimately prema, and that prema, the end of prema is only bhakti, and ultimately you are tempted to give in to bhakti only, all the time bhakti only. You may just listen to his katharasaha, and later on actually you started liking towards it, and slowly it will develop into bhakti, and you want to hear more and more about his leelas and all his whatever his excellences, his deeds and other things. So you want to listen to them, and by listening to that you will develop a bhakti, and that bhakti leads to the liberation, which is called the moksha. Now Tvad Bhaktistu, so out of the three, the Bhakti, the Yogam, which is called as the Bhakti Yogam, that is Kathamrisa Jari Nirmajjanena Swayam. So it is actually involves one of listening only to his stories, Katha. So story liking everybody likes, no, from the child to the old people, everybody like to listen to stories. So you just start listening to the stories, and you will be attracted by his the stories, and also all his deeds and all the Leela Avataram, and you will like to have listen to that more and more. Every day you will like to have the same thing again and again, you don't mind. So you that way. And he says, Katha, you will listen to the Katha, say, Amrita Jarir Nirmajjanena. It is like a nectar. The Katha is like a nectar. And Jari means actually the flow. The flow is, there is no gap at all. Completely, it is like a stream. It is flowing and flowing without any gap or anything. And it just comes again, and it comes in a flow, and you are drenched in that Jari, the Amrita Jari, Nirbacharena Swayam. So Nirmajjanena means you are immersed in that Jari, which is the Katha Rasam. Rasam, that is the full full this of a kathai, all the stories, listening to this again and again, one gets involved and dragged towards this, and his mind is completely attracted by these stories. So, and nirmajjanena swayam siddhyanti, so you will get what siddhyanti means, you are getting. So swayam siddhyanti, what are you going to get after listening to the stories and all? Vimala prabodha padavi. So we are going to get that Vimala prabodha padavi. Padavi means actually we are going to get the moksham. You can call it as the moksham, and immediately we will. It is you can attain the moksham immediately. That is at the end of the birth. You can this thing, and then it also gives you the pure knowledge. Nirmal Vimala Prabodha means jnanam. So the jnanam which is given is actually the pure knowledge, is what you obtain because of the stories, listening to the stories again and again. Vimala Prabodha Padavi, and Aklesha Thastanvati. Aklesham, without any difficulties you can get it. Karma Yoga means you have to do all the karmas one by one without any mistake. You have to toil it. And Jnana Yoga means you have to read so many books, and Adhyayanam is very, very important in that. And but in the Prema Bhakti, that in the Bhakti Yoga, which is called as the Prema Bhakti, we don't require any of these things. No karma is required, no jnanam is also required. What you do is implicit faith in him and go on loving God, that's all. And then Vimola Aklesha Tastanvati Aklesha Tanvati. So without any difficulties, you can get that in no time at all. And Sadhya Siddhigari, immediately it gives you Siddhi. You can attain that immediately. Immediately means not that the day which you develop bhakti, you are liberated. It is not like that. At the end of you are going to do it, the bhakti every day, and at the end of your janam, so you are going to liberated from the this thing, and your soul will definitely go to the God himself. So Sadhya Siddhigari Jayatya Vibhoho, to that is superior. Actually, there is no doubt about it that Bhakti Yogam is superior to both the Karma Yogam and the Jnana Yogam. That is what Saiva Sa Eva Astu Me. So the same thing, I will also have only Bhakti Yogam all the time in me. Tvatpada Prema Praudirasadhrata. So I will get that Bhakti Yogam because of the Bhakti Yogam and all. I do the Bhakti towards you, and because of that, prema is also developed in me, and towards your padam, your that is, your padam means yourself actually. So and Dhrutataram, immediately immediately I will get it. Vatalayadeshwara, please help me to develop this bhakti yogam in and that too immediately. Please help me to attain this bhakti yogam of you immediately. This is what Narayana Bhattatri requests God, Lord of Guruvayurappa. So, Tvad Bhaktistu Khatarasambrita Jari Nirmajjane. Nirmajja means one is completely dipped into that completely. So, Nirmajjanene Swayam Siddhyanti Vimala Prabodha Padavi. So, the Vimala Prabodha Padavi, that is, you will get your Padavi, and that too by itself it will come. You don't have to do any effort. It will come on its own. And Aklesha Tastanvati. Aklesham, without any difficulty also you can get it. And Sadhya Siddhigari, immediately you will get Sadhya, immediately. You may, at the same time you are listening to the Bhagavan's Kirtanaha, and also about his Kathai, also about his stories, and also about his excellence, also about his avatharams, Leela avataram, so many things, So Sadhya Siddhigari Jayatya Vibho. So to this, there is no doubt that this is superior to this yogam, is superior to the other two yogams. And Saiva Sa Eva Astume. So that only, Please give me only that Bhakti Yogam which is going to give me Prema Praudi Rasardratha Dhrutad Ardratha. It is going to give me everything. My mind is going to melt in you. And Dhritatharam immediately gives very soon. Please give me all these things as early as possible so that I develop a bhakti towards you, Guruvayurappa. So, Prema Praudi Rasadratha Dhrutatharam Vadalaya Dishwara. This is the 10th slokam. With this, he finishes the second chapter, which is actually he started with the Rupa Lavanyam, and from the Rupa Lavanyam he goes to how the bhakti is developed, and he is comparing the Bhakti Yogam to the other two yogams, and he says that the Bhakti Yogam is far superior than the Karma Yogam and Jnana Yogam. That is all in this chapter.